Good morning, children. This video is for anyone who is working in the pyramids group. Before we start today's lesson, please continue to do your starters questions on the 4 times table. Thank you. So with today's questions, children, we're going to be doing more subtracting 2 digits with other 2-digit numbers. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be answering questions through reasoning and problem solving. So we've got the first question. Liz has calculated 73 take away 47. Her calculation is below. So she's got it with her deans here. And we need to, and it says, what mistake has she made? Now, if we can have a look, if our calculation puts, we'll write it down here to the side, because this will help us understand what mistake has she made. So as we've noticed before, when this number here is greater than that number, we must exchange. That means we must borrow from this number here. And to do that, we cross out 1. And we turn that to a 6. Put a 1 there. But if we go back, if we go over here, she's exchanged, but she's crossed out 5. And she should have crossed out just 1. And turned that into 10 ones here. And then, as you can see, what she's done is she's crossed out the 7 there to give her the answer of 7 there. And then she's done 2 take away 4. So we'll just go through that again, bit by bit. So the first part she's done is, what mistake has she made? The first, as it's only got mistake, we only need to find the first mistake she's made. And that's, she crossed out 5 10s rather than 1 10. So her mistake is she exchanged 5 10s for, and then because she's got 10 ones here. Now that's the mistake she's made. But this has caused other mistakes. For example, here she's done 2 take away 4 equals 2. Well, we know that 2 take away 4 cannot be right, because this number has to be bigger than that number. But that was the first mistake she made. She exchanged 5 10s for 10 ones, which is not allowed. You can only exchange 1 10 for 10 ones. 2b, using the digit cards below, create a 2-digit subtraction that includes an exchange. Now, for this to happen, for an exchange to happen, this number here must be bigger than this number here. And we've got to choose the ones. So we're going to look at these two here. These represent our ones. So whichever is the biggest value, we're going to put here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 is greater than 6. So we're going to put 9 ones here. And then 6 here. Now, when we do this, our largest value here, which is our 10s, the biggest value must go here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 6 is greater than 3, so I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Now, to ensure that does need an exchange, I'm going to work this out for us. So 66 take away 39. Like we said, we can't do 6 take away 9, so we must exchange 1 10 from the 6, turn that to a 5, and the 1 goes in front of the 6. 16 take away 9. And you take 9 from 16, so we've got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7 there. 5 take away 3. 4, 3, 2. So the answer is 27. But that is just to prove that we need to do exchange, which is this part here. Amy and Tom are solving 53 take away 36. Amy says the answer is 23. Tom says the answer is 17. Who is correct? Explain how you know. So we've got to explain how we know. So we've got here we're going to take this 6 from here. So we're going to cross out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. And we're going to do, we've got 4 here, and we've got to take 3 away. So we take away another 3. 1, 2, 3. Leaves us with 1. So Tom is correct. So how can we explain how we know? So Tom is correct as you need to subtract 6 from 13, which equals 7, and then 4 tens minus 3 tens equals 110. So that's the explanation. Now I'm just going to go over to do a question here, a similar question that we saw earlier. I want to do this one again because this one I just want to go through this to make it clearer. 5b says, using the digit cards below, create 3 different 2-digit subtraction that includes an exchange. The key part of this, children, is remember what Mrs. Taylor said about here, that this number here must be the biggest out of the ones, and then this number here must be the biggest out of the 2 tens. So the first thing what I would do, I would take your biggest number, your biggest digit, which here is 9. And then I would take your smallest digit, which is 4. Then I'll get your last 2 remaining digits. So we know that 9 is greater than 4. So we know we need an exchange. 7 and 6. We need to put the biggest number here, which is 7. And 6 would go here. This would require an exchange. We'll do it again for another number. We'll go again, put 9 at the bottom again. But this time use a different number out of these 2. So we're going to put 6. So we use 9 and 6. We need 7 and 4 are remaining. The biggest number must go here. So that must be 7. And that's our second question created. And for the last time, use 9 again. And for the number that we haven't used, so we put 4 above the 9, 6 above the 9, we haven't put the 7. So the 7 goes there. We're left with 6 and 4. 6 is the greatest number out of those 2, so it must go there. And put the 4 there. All 3 calculations will require exchange, because this number here is greater than that number there. There and there, there and there. That's the end of your input today, so please now go to your task sheet and answer the questions. Best of luck.